Hi guys, this is Mr. Retrobred back with a new episode to our series called Primitive to Arco God featuring the legendary hero Jin Woo. Thanks for watching. Now back to the video. To start off today's agenda, a pack of migrating guinea pigs wanders on by, prompting me to send everyone in to start the mass slaughter of guinea pigs for that delicious meat. An additive benefit to giving my colonists some entertainment of blowing off some steam with all the mental breakdown this colony keeps having. Just look at them go, they sure needed this. While we were hacking away at dead guinea pigs, Randy decides to give me 2 alpacas for us to kill later on. Randy sure likes seeing the animals he sends us dying, doesn't he? Harp's study is now complete. Next, leading our to-do list on long blades tech. Infighting among our colonists seems to be the new hot thing. Not a single day goes by without someone pulling punches on one another. Now that things are calm around home, I set up a mining project to strip out the raw resource out of our base so we can start setting up the main base design in the future. In the midst of mining, Rosnav the stew keeper decided he wanted to steal from me today. So we had to show him what happens to trespassers. He then chooses to attack our sweet innocent dryads. What a monster. Leading me to engage close quarter combat outside our walls. I'll speed this up, but not gonna lie, after having 4 versus 1 my colony is struggling to kill him. In the end we win. The first on many royal tributes comes down, but seeing as we don't have gold or slaves to give them, we aren't going to get any reputation today. An unknown psychic agony torments Snip, leaving her and my dryads around her incapable of moving. On April 14th, a duke from the Orange Empire is seeking me to hold 2 prisoners in secret for 14 days. I postpone it till another day. Setting up a new prisoner room takes first priority since I currently don't have the capacity to hold a prisoner. We start by carving up this portion of the mountain for them. While that goes on, plate armor is next on the research list. A shaman merchant stops by the base, having to send Jin Woo to see what deals they got. I choose to sell pemmican in order to buy gold and some herbal meds. Now that we have enough dryad trees, we can relocate them for the final design. On a dark starry sky, an Imperial shuttle is requesting protection from us, while a new transport comes by to pick them up. We end up choosing the first option since Jin Woo needs the rep so he can rise to top of the Imperial food chain. With the ship landed, it's only a matter of time till those raiders show up. A party of 3 from Choke Trash enter our home. So now is the time to set up our defensive line. Thanks to the Imperial's bodyguard, we heavily outnumber them, just making this fight trivial in the end. With the battle done, we say our goodbyes to them and take our rewards. While working on the finishing touches on the prison room, plate armor is done, making noble apparel next. Now we can take the request from earlier to secretly house the 2 prisoners. Hope they enjoy the accommodations our sandy shores has to offer. Thanks to all the free time we now have with 5 colonists, we set up a huge order to mine out the new workshop room for future production. Out of the blue, a cult escapee named Judder walks on by to the house, claiming that she has ran away from those strange cultists, but something about her seems very off. And wouldn't you know it, she has some strange ability called psychic slaughter. Once Jin Woo approaches her, it's obvious from her demeanor she's a very unstable individual. Seeing her power can explode any kind of flesh like it was nothing. It would be nice to have someone like that, but in the end we have one too many people right now, so it's not worth the risk taking her in. Noble clothing is done, so on to harpsichord. While renovations are underway, the prisoners get the idea of having a prison break. Oh boy, I guess it's time to show these prisoners we mean business when it comes to not taking any escape attempt lightly. We just have to show them how we do things around here. And that involves beating the ever-living shit out of them with our fists. Don't pay any mind that one stray gunshot you hear. Now with the riots over, we can tend to everyone's wounds since some people are dying to several cuts on the body. Thanks to Dr. Lulu, she is on the job so we don't lose out on those sweet rewards. With harpsichord research done, we move on to royal clothing. Jin Woo can't be out here looking like a peasant. Our research department finishes royal clothing, putting the glorious drug production a top priority. With our new production room almost done, a new raid event happens, prompting me to send the great Jin Woo to be the next American sniper. Now what you're about to see is a rigorously long sniper battle of Jin Woo kiting them one by one. in order to slowly weaken them so my main forces don't have to fight them at full strength. In all honesty, I probably should have let the traps just one-shot them instead of wasting my time here. With all that, here's the full fight sped up since it was like 5+ minutes. Now that his friend died, the last beast man decides to run away, concluding the raid. I choose to let them live, since I was too lazy to chase them down. As time passes by, we get some free goats to send to the slaughterhouse. Can't wait to taste that nutritious meat. While jamming to Rimworld music, a strange gang called Pow Pow Gug is planning to raid me to steal back one of the raiders' mother we have captive. But not on Jin Woo's watch, sending him in to be American Sniper Round 2. Though in all honesty, he's just going to take multiple in-game hours just to miss every shot. Jin Woo really needs to take a day off and go to a shooting range, cause this man cannot land a killing blow on any of them. Talk about a drawn-out battle, since the raider now decided to finally start the main assault, leaving Jin Woo to run back to base. Once at base, everyone is in position to start the full battle. The reason for not setting up in the kill tunnel is due to the fact these dryads are gonna be the next target for the raiders due to our walls not being done yet. Can't be having our food and wood source dead. I forgot these bandit got Molotov cocktails starting fires near my highly flammable dryads. This battle soon turns into a chaotic battle. Later on, I send our 2 melee units to finish off the last guy, thus concluding the battle. I just can't catch a break now, having to deal with all this fire spreading. On August 12th, the war merchant arrives, and one of our goats triggers a trap, leaving me no other option than to kill it to put it out of its misery. Now to have Thorn chop it up and eat goat burgers tonight. Taking a browse in the store, we just sell off junk we have lying around and using our money to buy a bomalope. Can't live in a desert without free gasoline. Seeing that these vendors don't want my goats, it's time to kill them off for meat. The RNG gods hear our struggles, sending us some high-end synth thread. Of course, to no one's surprise, Snip insults Lulu, leading to a brawl in the hall, leaving Lulu knocked out on the floor. All our hard effort leads to the Dryad Garden setup done. Just one QR drug study is done. Now to learn pianos. We do another tree ritual to start getting Medicine Maker Dryad, due to our severe lack of any to begin with. Jean over here might die to some random infection if we don't act now. The day has finally arrived to return these troublesome prisoners back to the Royals and claim the rep points for Jin Woo. I say good riddance to them, 2 less mouths to feed. For the longest time I've noticed our colony has been using tattered clothing, so I set up a tailor's bench along with new orders to make new t-shirts for everyone to wear. Can't have my people looking like peasants. Another day, another easy pickings to kill off some trash raiders off my property. In all honesty, my spike traps do much of the work here, while my colonists are just bait for the raiders to aggro to. With that over, we can loot the spoils of war. Alright guys, and with that last event, it looks like that's the end of episode 4 of our Rimworld series. Enjoy the rest of your day, goodbye. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below for any more future content.